This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 17. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power, Yahweh. Verse 18, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 17 through 18, is that more reports are coming out from this congressional hearing on the chariots, okay? And in one of the reports, all right, they're now saying publicly, all right, to the whole world, all right, because this was at the congressional hearing, that even the Russians, okay, were not only chasing after the chariots, okay, they were also, all right, shooting at the chariots, which is which is comical, all right? It's very comical, all right? But hey, man, this is exciting because, hey, everything's being revealed, all right? Everything's being revealed, all right? Because we're in a time of great judgment. And when the Lord comes with his angels, all right? That's why he's known as the Lord of hosts, the Lord of Sabaoth, all right? He's going to put down these heathens, okay? Whether it be these American Edomites or whether it be these Russian Edomites, okay? And that's why I brought out the book of Revelation. Let's read it again. You know, I'll start at Revelation chapter 19, verse 11. Notice it says the coming of Hamashiach, all right? The coming of the anointed. This is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. His real name is Yahweh Shai, okay? 11. So Revelation 19:11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war, right? So the Lord is coming to make war and judge the inhabitants of the earth, all right? Starting with your military, okay? Doesn't matter if it's the Russian military, doesn't matter if it's the American military, Chinese military, Iranian military, everybody lottie-dottie. If you got a military, the Lord, all right, wants to fight against it, okay? This is the Lord's movie. This is why, all right, we get excited when we see articles like this. This is why we go on the highways and byways and teach the words of Yahweh Bashim El Shai, because we have a power that's backing us. A power, okay, that you puny, all right, retarded ass, okay, idiot, everyday people, everyday peons that walk the earth don't understand and can't comprehend. 12, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his head were many crowns, right? Because that's the Lord, all right, taking the kingdom, okay? He's taken, okay, all these elites, all right, that are the ones that are really calling the shot. He's taking their, all right, taking their throne away from them, okay? He's kicking them off the throne, okay? And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Okay? And the elect are going to call upon the name. They know the name. All right? The true name. And they're going to say it in truth. Okay? 13. And he was clothed with the vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. 14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Right. So again, these are the Lord. Okay. This is Yahushua and his band of brothers, the angels. Okay. In these vehicles. Right. Yahushua is going to be in a big spaceship. You can read 2nd Esdras chapter 13. Okay. I'm not going to get it. You can read it for yourself. It's in the Apocrypha. Okay. Which you wacky-tacky plantation Christians try to say that it's not canonical, it's not part of the Bible. BS, okay, that's bull. That's a BS lie. That's why the Lord's come and destroy plantation Christianity too, all right? Because you are teaching BS and you're telling nothing but BS, all right, mainly to our people. 15, and out of his mouth goeth the sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, right? That includes Russia. So yeah, we look at Russia, we cheering on Russia to, let them nukes off because that's part of prophecy. But we know, all right, that Russia's got to get their ass whooped too, okay, by the Lord, all right? Because we're not on the Russia side, all right? We're on the Lord's side. We're on the prophecies, okay? We're on the Lord's prophecies. That's the side that we're on, okay? So yes, we look at Russia doing a thizzle and we like, yeah, that's good. That's according to prophecy. And he shall rule them with the rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and the wrath of the almighty power. Right. Okay. 16. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. 17. I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power Yahweh. Right. That's supper, man. Okay. After the Lord's done, okay, destroying your military, all right, destroying you wicked people that walk the earth, all right, you're now become food for the fowls, for the birds, okay? 18, that ye may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains and the flesh of mighty men. Right, that's the military. So it doesn't matter. American military, Russian military, Chinese military, French military, okay, Britain military, Iranian military. It doesn't matter. You got a military in your country, all right? They're food for the fowls after the Lord's done, all right, destroying you clowns. That's the power we worship and fear. That's the power we praise continually, daily. And the flesh of all men, free, both free and bond, both small and great, right? So you everyday average peons that just go about your day, your Monday life, all right? Talking about, I got to get a career, I gotta make it here, all right? I gotta grow old and make it here in Babylon the Great. I'm just speaking for this place, all right? Well, you're food too, okay? Because the Lord's gonna be zapping America too, man. All right? Again, there's gonna be a big spaceship over your head, man. Okay? And then little spaceships coming out of it. Okay, which are the Lord's angels, all right, tearing up shop, okay? 19, I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army, right? Okay, because all these nations are going to come against the Lord, all right? You got NATO right now, NATO and the EU, all right? And Russia, they're at each other's necks. Okay, they're at each other's necks, but there's gonna be a point when they're gonna say, "All right, we gotta stop fighting each other," okay, and we gotta come together, join forces to fight the Lord, okay, and His angels in the heavens, and that's when the real pain is coming, man. Okay, that's when the real pain is coming. All right. Hey, this is what we're looking forward to. So again, and I saw the beasts, that's talk about NATO and the EU, and the kings of the earth, right, these other nations, all right, and their armies, right, gathered together, make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army, right. Ooh, this reminded me of, let's open up another tab. All right, and again, Russia's not part of NATO, okay? Russia is not part of the beast, all right? In fact, NATO was created to go against Russia, okay? And you can see the beginning stages of it if you watch the movie Oppenheimer, okay? They literally tell you that they were against Russia. They didn't want to give Russia none of the nuclear technology, okay? But it didn't matter. The Lord made sure that the Russians got the nukes too, all right? Go watch Oppenheimer, all right, for some education, all right? Hey, that was factual. The only thing they didn't put in, not to go off on a tangent, just making a point here, they didn't put in that the Manhattan Project was started at Bohemian Grove, all right, where these clowns was just at last week, okay, doing their weirdo, okay, LGBTQ lifestyle, all right, which proves Oppenheimer and all the rest of these scientists were all LGBTQ personnel. They were all weird because they're Edomites. What do you expect? All right, a bunch of fags. Revelation 17 and 19, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me, Revelation 17 and 14. I'll start at Revelation 17 and 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, right? The 10 horns represent the European Union, formerly known as the European Economic Community, formerly known as how that started, the Treaty of Rome. Look up the Treaty of Rome, okay? Which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as king 1 hour with the beast. The beast represents NATO, okay? 13, they have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. 14, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Right, and that's the elect, okay? And that's why you want to be on the Lord's good side. So that's a precept to Revelation 19, okay? Because the Lord is going to make war with NATO and the EU, okay? As well as making war with these other nations. That's why it says in Revelation 19:19, I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies, right? So everybody, lottie-dottie, if you got a military, okay, outside of NATO, you gonna get it too. And that's including Russia, okay? Russia, all right? We just look at Russia as a key player in prophecy when it comes to nuclear warfare. All right? Isaiah 66 and 15, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Right? Them so-called UFOs. Again, all right? And this scripture came out in my last video, okay? Repetition is the art of remembrance, okay? Hey, and it's good to bring out these scriptures over and over again, all right? Because these wicked-ass heathens and these wicked-ass two-thirds, all they do is bring out folly, and the same folly over and over again, okay? The same bullshit folly. All you gotta do is look at World Star Hip Hop. It's the same folly over and over again. And people get fucking entertained by the same bullshit, okay? Or sports. That's another thing, okay? You got Jake watching the same fucking sports over and over again. How many times are you going to watch somebody throw a fucking football at each other, okay? And run to a fucking field goal? How many times, man? All right? But they do this every year, over and over again. That's why we got to bring out these scriptures again, over and over, and remind them that one day that sports shit is coming to an end. 16, for by fire and by sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. That's right, man. Okay? I'm excited, man. That's why I got so much passion, all right, coming from this lesson, because, when you see now that it's in Congress now, they're talking about the Russians not only chasing the chariots and, okay, they're shooting at them. And it's like, come on, man, we here, okay? So you got American military chasing after the so-called UFOs. You got the Russian military chasing after the so-called UFOs. What is that talking about, man? All right? It's all in the scriptures. I want to bring this out and I'm going to close off. All right? Because the Lord, all right, defended his people during the time, all right, when we fled out of Egypt. All right? by the Lord, because it was the Lord that got us up out of Egypt using Moses, all right, to part the sea, okay? Using Moses as the leader, okay? And hey, Moses had spiritual power that was given to him by the Lord, okay? So now I'm going to read this part because, hey, the chariots came and defended, okay, us when we were crossing the Red Sea and Pharaoh was chasing us, which the Lord set up. Exodus chapter 14, verse 13. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, ye shall see them again no more ever. Okay? Right, because the Lord's about to do a mighty miracle. 14, the Lord shall fight for you. Right. The Lord shall fight for you and ye shall hold your peace. Right. And that's why we have the confidence, okay, of going out there teaching on the highways and byways, all right, because the Lord, all right, fought for us back then and he's fighting for us now. And he's going to fight for us in the future when they come against us, all right? Again, you have now Congress talking about, okay, Russians not only chasing UFOs, but shooting at them, all right, so-called UFOs. These are the chariots, okay? Same thing what they've been saying about the American pilots, okay, the Navy pilots, who are now giving testimony that when these Navy pilots were chasing these so-called UFOs, all right, that the pilots ended up getting, okay, radiation, man, a sunburn radiation, all right, because that's the glory of the Lord. These chariots are powerful, man. All right, that's why it behooves our people to repent and seek the Lord, all right? We got a power, okay? 15, and the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. 16, but lift up thy rod and stretch out thy hand over the sea and divide it. Right. So the Lord used Moses to perform a miracle, okay? Spiritual powers. And that's what we believe in. The Lord's going to give certain men spiritual powers. Normally I'm one of those men because I really want to take a tank, all right, and throw it into the Pentagon. A big tank. Just pick it up and just chuck it, all right? While I'm in the air flying, okay? That's what the scripture's talking about meditate terror. So that's what I want to do. Take a tank or take a building, all right? And just throw it, okay? That's spiritual powers, all right? Just like Moses having spiritual powers here to, okay, being used by the Lord. The Lord is using Moses, all right, to perform a spiritual power. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. 17. And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. 18. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. Okay? Because they're gonna see the Lord's glory. 19, and when the angel of Yahweh, okay, and this angel is Yahweh Shai, he's in that chariot leading the children of Israel, all right, through the Red Sea, all right, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. Right. So at one point the chariots were leading the children of Israel through the Red Sea, okay, the chariot, okay, then, okay, the chariot then left the lead, the lead left the lead, and then went in between the Israel and the Egyptians to do what? 20, and it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them. But it gave light by night to these, so that one came not near the other all the night. Right. So it's still giving light during the nighttime for the Israelites, all right, for us to continue walking through the Red Sea. 21, and Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused this. And the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all the night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. 22, and the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on their left hand. Right. You can watch the movie 10 Commandments. 23, and the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. 24, and it came to pass that in the morning, so this was all night, okay, that the children of Israel were walking through the Red Sea. All right, that was a lot of hours. That's how big the Red Sea was, okay? So this didn't happen, okay, the children of Israel just went into the Red Sea and then they, all right, it was only for a couple of minutes and they got onto the other side. No, they were walking through the Red Sea while the walls of water were on each side of them, on the left-hand side and the right side of them, and they were walking in the middle, okay? And Pharaoh and his army was pursuing. 24, and it came to pass that in the morning, watch, the Lord looked out onto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, all right? And what does it mean, trouble, all right? The Lord, all right, used, okay, his power, all right, from the chariot, shot a laser beam at 25 and took off the chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. You see that? So the Lord shot, okay, a laser beam at the chariots, so it caused them, all right, to not be able to ride their chariot wheels. It was basically, all right, a broken axle, all right, for lack of better words, all right? So the Egyptians were having a hard time steering their chariot wheels of their chariots. And okay, and what did they say? Let us flee from the face of Israel, all right, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians, right? So they knew all right, the power. They knew, okay, that the children of Israel had a power that defended them, okay, and it was the Lord. And that's why, you know, we're so confident, okay, that the Lord's going to defend us when these devils, all right, come at us, all right. The Lord's going to lift up a standard, okay. Again, having spiritual powers, and the Lord's coming himself, all right. It's when they come in as a flood. So, Lord willing, that's edifying. One more. The beloved brother, the leader of my camp, Bishop Lloyd, put this in our group chat. Hey, chariots, okay, so-called UFOs nearly caused World War III after taking over Ukraine base and aiming missiles at U.S. Let's go, man. Let's go. That reminded me of Revelation chapter 9, verse 13. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High Power, Yahweh. Verse 14, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. That's why the angels are stirring up that region for World War III. 15. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. Right. And the third part of men represents the Edomites, so-called white people. So, yeah, World War III is coming. So no matter what, even if you, okay, clownish people that walk the earth that have the ability to press the button, even if you have a conscience, all right? Even if you have a conscience to say, no, I don't want to press the button. And this is more specific to you Russians, all right? Hey, the angels can set it off regardless, all right? That's the power we're dealing with, okay? That's the power we worship, okay? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right? And, okay, because he's the one in authority. He's the one, all right, in control of all this, all right? And he's commanded the angels to make sure World War III happens. So, Lord willing, is thus edifying. I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Mokak. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep the door, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles and elders. As you can see, we're almost out of here. The Lord is really turning up. Everything's being revealed. All right? We're almost out of here. All right? You should be looking forward to this. You should be looking for the day of the Lord when he judges these wicked heathens. Okay? When he takes this devil out of power. Okay? More specifically, the wicked heathen. All right? Which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? So, yeah. We're getting close. This is Yappa stuff, so keep pushing. To the futures that are watching, keep studying. When you pray to cover Shalom, and Abad Rabal Shalom.